Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to another one of my videos. And first of all, before we get started, I want to say a quick thank you for the 300 views on the first video. But I couldn't help notice that although we had 300 views, we gained 0 subscribers. Guess I'll go fuck myself. Now today we've got a PBE account which is going to allow us to play Aphelios. For those of you that don't know, a PBE account is an account that allows you to get early access to characters, skins, and it's very simple to get hold of one. As long as you have Honor level 3 on your main account, you're able to apply for one on the League of Legends website. So just Google that if you have Honor level 3. And get yourself an account and try out the new characters early, or even the old ones. They're all free. Just make sure that you're getting your money's worth.
Smoke weed every day
When you decide to, you know, commit the blue essence in the regular game. So at the moment we're going to be queuing for a game, and we'll cut to when we're in a game.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So guys, as you can tell, I didn't manage to get any live gameplay because the queues were just so ridiculous. I'd waited I think a total of maybe 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 7 hours, maybe, just trying to get a game with Aphelios. Luckily, I had my first ever game that I did play with him, which was actually in the jungle. Now, I'm going to say it now, I do not recommend him in the jungle at all. And that's just because he is too squishy and far too weak to do any decent clears with. So this is what I learned from this game. I tried to get some ganks off, and we're going to cut some highlights of what I was actually able to do with Aphelios and what kind of damage he's actually able to output and what his capabilities and limits are. Okay, so right now I'm trying to use the gun that roots to get some CC onto the scuttle, because then I am able to cut it down a lot easier. That was actually the cue for the pistol, which gives you a lot of lifesteal in return. So I was using that to try and get myself up. Now what I've switched to there now is actually the flamethrower. Now I'm waiting to go in for a gank. I pulled out the CC gun. If I can get one hit on him, I can root him. So anything that can slow him, we can get the kill. And I accidentally got, you know, kill secured, right?
So basically, what I was thinking of was, oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
So, although that Akali is going to be absolutely pissed with me, one for the scoreboard. And so we're going to go for the other scuttle right now. So, the actual enemy jungler has now been double scuttled.
Oh my god! Oh! Oh my fucking god!
And, you know, not too bad for a non-jungler. I think we go for a gank on top at this point. Or at least because we have the flamethrower, we are actually able to wave clear. So I'm trying to see and bait out to see if there's any way that we can use the CC weapon to slow them down. So we try and go in, but as you can see, far too slow. Far too slow to do anything at this point. Now, as I started heading back into jungle, I know that I can't clear any of the jungle camps without probably dying. So I saw that the Yasuo was overextended, pulled out the CC weapon, got the first hit, rooted him, and between myself and Akali, we're able to actually just waste him down. So that is what you want to be using Aphelios for. You know, if you have the weapon available for CC, use it. If you have the weapon available for clearing, such as the flamethrower, help clear a wave, shove it in so the enemy can miss out on some CS. But yeah, that's a great combination of weapons to have, is to be able to use the weapon that roots them to root them, followed by hopefully getting the kill and then clearing out the way very efficiently with a flamethrower. So here we have just taken the Rift Herald, and at this point I'm just waiting for the ability to use it on mid, try and get that mid tower, as it still has 4 plates up, once again trying to maximize the amount of gold that we have. So we pop it down, and we just try and clear out that wave. Now, by using the boomerang's Q ability, which means place down a turret of your offhand weapon, it meant that we can clear it out really quickly the next wave. Then the SO comes back, and here we're effectively just trying to see if we can poke him down by placing down turrets. That was my thinking anyway. I've still got the ability to lay down turrets. Let's poke and harass him. You know, not allow him, because if we can get him low enough, then the Akali could probably just jump on the tower, ult out. So I pretend to go away. He overextends, and we try and go back in. I've managed to root him. Good wind wall from him, and now he's looking on some seriously low health. The Akali taking tower shots, not ideal, but I'm on pretty healthy stead. So place down a turret, which helps take out towers. Trying to use the boomerang because that's the ammo I had available. Place down a turret, switch weapons, and just trying to help just clear out this wave. The Akali needs to go back. I want to shove this wave in. The Akali obviously wants to stay to try and get as many of those places as possible. So now we're just trying to will down this tower, try and get first tower blood. And I know that any dive on the Akali is certain death for her, and probably a death for me as well. So the Akali goes full in on this Yasuo. I try to go in and help and get absolutely demolished by everyone. Once I had respawned, junglers do as junglers do, and I wanted to take the dragon. Now, although I knew that I was going to take a lot of damage, I knew I had the ability to regain a lot of my health because the weapon I had on hand was the pistol. So I knew I could get a lot of health back, combo that with a smite, and then you are able just to actually quite efficiently clear. Now, you can tell that I'm starting to get stronger at this point. I have good range. I'm doing some good damage. I smited early there because the Senna wanted the blue buff, and as a generous jungler that I am, I present her with a gift. Now we can see that we were about to get jumped on, but there's 3 of us, 2 of them not looking on great health, so we thought we'd press. This Yasuo, nothing you can do against the 3 of us, especially I feel quite overpowered at this point. Even though I'm a level behind, my kit feels so nice. That it felt amazing to play with this kit. And I do think that they might need to patch this guy. He's incredibly slow, so boots are an incredible necessity. Even if you're playing him on bot. So I do feel like he's very slow. That was the ult. The ult actually boosts your auto attacks from whatever on-hand weapon you're using thereafter. Except that I never managed to be in range to hit with my autos after I landed the ult. His versatility in his kit is what made I feel him so dangerous. You know, I could harass from distance. If someone went all in, I had sustain. Obviously, all provided I had the right weapons, and you know you can very easily kite and chase down with this champion. You know, you can root them, you can sustain yourself. There's just a lot that is available to you. You can, and you see like right there, I was pinned, but I was able to root them and just get an insane combo off. It mechanically, it was piss. Not hard at all. And this was quite early on into the game. The other team, I do have to admit, weren't the greatest. But my intention was just to get this inhibitor and pretty much just accelerate the ending of this game. You know, whilst we still had Mundo up, we could make it out. And I thought, you know, I still have sustain and other weapons to slow them down. Once we took the inhibitor, we were thinking, time to get an objective. It's a great thinking, you know, get priorities. But then we could see the chasing after the Mundo. And this is where Aphelios is really starting to show his power. I'm poking from distance. I'm contributing to fights. And you can see with the attack speed increase, with the damage I'm doing from distance, you know, Senna cleans up. I think the Aphelios Senna duo on the bot is going to be disgusting. The amount of CC and damage you're going to be able to output in no time is just going to be absolutely ridiculous. Now, at this point, we're trying to look to end. I get caught in the middle of an ult and
fuck this shit, I'm out.
So I've just come back from TPing back to base.
Another one.
Caught in the middle of a misfortune ult. Which meant that I had no health, which it really shows how squishy this champion is. I had no prior damage, and it managed to wilt me down to that little health. But at this point, I didn't want to back because I could sense that something was going to come up. You know, there could be an objective, and I could just heal up because I have refillable potions, because I do have that jungle setup. Now, I didn't buy a full jungle item. I tried to buy half the jungle item and then try and build into as much crit as I could. Now here thanks to the help with the team, we managed to take a dragon, and at this point we are really just focusing on ending. We're so far ahead of the enemy team. I'm not even fed in this game and I'm already getting damage off. The Mundo is the one that's carrying, but I can imagine with more resources, Aphelios is going to be absolutely busted as a champion. So here I can see a fight there's going on mid, so I pop my ult, get a hit, and then just lay down a turret just in case we are being followed or if someone decides to rush into us, so we can contribute something. Now I pop the Q on the pistol to keep sustained so I can keep my health up. And the Senna is just cleaning up after me. I think the Senna Aphelios combo, I know I keep saying it, is gonna be busted, boy.
But wait, there's more.
It's gonna be busted. And at this point, we're just looking to end. They're all dead. And I know I didn't really get to show off as much as I wanted. This was my first time with him. I didn't really know his kit. I didn't even know if he could jungle. Evidently not. And at this point, we're just trying to see if we can get any kills. But you know, the other amazing thing is the Q from the blades are actually able to attack towers and turrets. Now I died at the end there, bit of fun, but we won and it was a great game. Now would I recommend him when he comes out? Of course I'm going to recommend it. He is busted. I think the people who are really enjoy him are the ones that can really focus on remembering which order or which combinations of weapons are good. But at the same time, even the low skill players like myself are going to be able to get a lot out of him because he is not mechanically demanding. Press a Q, you know, you're going to be able to get attacks off, and you can just, depending on the range, just press the W to switch weapons. It's really that simple. And if someone is looking low, or you want to go for an all-in, you have your ult or your CC. This guy's kit is insane. I really cannot recommend you trying him enough. Now, if you don't have access to the PBE, please try and get access. Give it a go before it comes out. Get yourself a head start. It's going to be almost impossible when he first comes out to be able to play him. But seriously, guys, really recommend him. Him and Senna, I'm calling it now, is going to be insane duo on bottom. People will just not be able to compete with the range, the poke, and the damage. Yes, they're very squishy, but the Senna's going to have the utility for the escape as well. And I think that those two together are going to just be a disgusting combo. And I just hope you've enjoyed the limited gameplay I've been able to give you. In return, I'm going to try and get you something else out sometime soon. And if you keep an eye out for Saturday I'm going to have a stream coming up. And now that my internet's fixed and I have all my equipment, we're going to try and have a really high quality day of games on League of Legends. Thank you for watching the first video. Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching. And I, to be honest, hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks.